I would say inspiring people towards a common goal.
Leadership is helping others and leading by example to make people the best they can be.
I guess being able to pull people along in a direction that is most beneficial to go in, and also empower them to step in that direction if you have to remove yourself in the future.
I think that a leader is someone who is always there to make sure that everything gets done, but also it gets done right.
I define leadership as taking any action that will benefit those around you.
I define leadership as having the ability to follow what you believe is true and doing that no matter what other people think or say.
So as you can tell by those responses, there is a variety of definitions for leadership. I think that's a great thing about leadership is there's no one true definition. You can ask several different people and they're all going to give you a different definition of leadership. I think my own personal philosophy of leadership, it goes back to a theory we talked about in the first semester, servant leadership. I'm a big proponent of servant leadership, that the leader should first serve his followers, that he shouldn't be concerned with himself, but more with the followers' needs and what they need to be successful, what they need so they can accomplish the task at hand. I'm kind of a fan of that team. There's no I in team mentality, the we over me. How the leader is someone who's truly looking to make an impact by serving the followers around him and not looking for what's best in his own interest, but what's best in the overall good of the team that he's serving, or the best in the overall group that he's serving. So for this second semester, we've looked extensively at the social change model, and specifically looking at the 7 C's found within the social change model. Consciousness of self, congruence, collaboration, commitment, common purpose, controversy of civility, and citizenship. I just kind of want to highlight 2 of those that I think are of key importance to be found in the ideal leader. The first being congruence. Congruence is kind of this idea that you have the set beliefs and set values that you hold true to. I think that's vitally important for any leaders, that they have these firm values that they hold on to, these firm values that they make their decisions based on, that they're not going to sway from these because it may be easier to go another route, but they truly believe that if they have these values that sort of guide their actions, guide the trust that they can build in the others around them, that's the best route to go. Another area that I want to look at is common purpose. I think it's crucial that the leader has a common purpose that he can develop with his followers. If the followers don't have any sort of goal or desired action to reach, if they don't have that common purpose where they're trying to reach this one point, then there's really never going to be any success found within that group. The common purpose is vital, how it's not just what the leader wants, but it's also what the followers want, where it's something that they come up with together. It's not just the leader, like I said, or not just the followers coming up with that, but it's a shared value that they all try to find together, that they can succeed in the long run because of that common purpose.
Frank Beamer.
Frank Beamer.
Perry Martin.
Perry Martin.
Tim Sands. President Sands.
Chandler Vaughn.
Cory Van Dyke.
Kirk Cousins.
Tom Brady. Vladimir Putin.
Hillary Clinton.
The Dalai Lama.
Theodore Roosevelt.
Winston Churchill.
Martin Luther King Jr.
Ryan A. I don't know his last name. My first semester leadership professor.
So you could tell there was certainly a lot of leaders that were named here, whether they're leaders in popular culture or leaders here at Virginia Tech. I feel one person that was left off this list here was Buzz Williams, the head coach at Virginia Tech. I was talking about congruence earlier. One of the ways that I think Buzz shows congruence is just through the way he holds the belief in the value of passion in his program, how you see him jumping around on the sidelines. He's getting animated, talking to the refs, talking to his players. He's truly passionate out there, sweating through his suit. And he expects the same thing out of his players. He's guided by those principles of passion, and he expects to see the same thing out of his players on the floor. He expects to see his players diving on the floor. He expects to see them hustling. Virginia Tech was actually an undersized team, and they kind of had to rely on the passion and the hustle that they had on the floor. So it was interesting to see how Buzz kind of put that value in them and to try to guide the actions of the team on the floor. Another way that Buzz, of course, Buzz as the coach, the common purpose that he'll have is for the team to win. But he went much further beyond that. This past year, Buzz Williams, he really emphasized building better men along the way, not just building better players. Two of the seniors, Zach Leday and Seth Allen, you could really tell when they played their last game that they hugged Buzz Williams, and you could see in their press conference afterwards that they were just truly thankful that he said that they truly Buzz made them better players, but not just better players, better men along the way. So through the RLC and through these 2 semesters of leadership class, I would undoubtedly say that my worldview of leadership has changed. I've just seen it as, like I talked about how servant leadership was the theory that I most identified with. I just kind of seen it how just to be cognizant of inconveniencing yourself at times to better serve the people around you. That it doesn't just have to be when you're the leader in the group, but just around the dorm. You can easily do some stuff around just holding the door for someone, something as simple as that. I also think that through these discussions, it's just given me a better understanding of all the different types of leaderships that I hadn't even heard of before that. There's these different types of theories that better serve each individual person. There's no one theory that best suits everyone, but each person has their own individual theory, has their own individual mindset of how leadership works. And Ryan, I just want to thank you for a wonderful semester. It's been a blast. Enjoy the rest of these bloopers. So, this... God.
All right, who do you think a leader is in our society?
Oh,